Hi there everyone, it's Missy here. Second time starting to film this video. Hopefully this one will be a little bit more clear and concise and precise and succinct and all the words. So this is an update video. I'm going to share with you what happened with my neurology appointment last Thursday, as well as the pain management doctor. I'm not going to share any kind of weight. This is not going to be a weight loss conversation. We may talk a little bit about it later in the video, but for the most part, this is just kind of getting us all up to date on what's going on medically. So if you're new, this is probably not a video that you want to just stumble upon, but if you have, hi. I have been doing keto since March 2017, and during that time, I've been diagnosed with several different issues. One of them is myasthenia gravis. It's a neuromuscular junction disorder. It's basically a neurological autoimmune disease where the junction where the nerve and the muscle meets, wherever in the body, is basically being attacked. And I'm on immune suppression therapy for that, which has caused hyperglycemia, which has caused me to go from being a diet controlled diabetic after being on keto back to being on insulin. And then I have 3 or 4 spinal disorders, one of them which is called OPLL. Basically, it's the ligaments that run vertically in my spine are calcifying. So basically they're turning to bone. And then I have stenosis, which is a narrowing of the spinal canal. So on the MRI, they've shown me where basically the spinal cord is rubbing up against the spine. And that's causing a lot of issues. I have degenerative disc disease. I have, some bulging disc. I have a whole plethora of issues going on. And I've spent the last couple of months trying to find a way to manage pain. That's been the biggest issue. I originally saw a neurosurgeon in 2017 who insisted that I would need surgery. And he said he wouldn't touch me until I was 200 pounds. So that's kind of where a weight loss goal came from. When I started keto, it was absolutely not about losing weight. It wasn't, and even if I were to lose weight, it has nothing to do with vanity. It's all about, getting weight off and trying to alleviate some of the pressure on my joints. And also being able to have, corrective surgery, hopefully. So I've been doing that now for a couple of years, and it's been a struggle, and it still continues to be a struggle. So I am not weighing in the month of May, mostly because I've been dealing with a lot of swelling and inflammation and weight gain from the Lyrica. So that's so I went to see my neurologist on Thursday, and we talked about the hyperglycemia, which she's like, I've never heard of that happening before. And I'm like, well, listen, I was fine until I was 5 months in on the mycophenolate. And I said, the only thing that changed was my system and the mycophenolate. So it had to be that was causing the blood sugars to be elevated. So she took me off mycophenolate, and look at me being old. She put me on azathioprine. So it basically is another immunosuppressant, but it supposedly it doesn't have the same effect on blood sugar like Celsip can. It also has the same risk, like I'm at risk for skin cancer, so I can't be in the sun, I've got to wear sunscreen. But it has an increased risk in causing issues with the liver. So I started it today. I'm taking 150 milligram, I believe is what it is. I think it's 50 milligram. But anyway, it can cause skin cancer, lymphoma, liver and abnormalities, anemia, and low white blood count, myalgia, fever, and flu-like symptoms. And if I get those symptoms, I have to stop that medication, because she said if you get those symptoms don't go away. So I'm not throwing away my Celsip, like I still have it, my mycophenolate, but I'm starting this new one. So I have to go in 2 weeks to have a CBC drawn with I can't remember what she called it, some kind of test to test my liver enzymes. And then I go back to once a month getting my blood drawn, which is basically what I've been doing anyway. We changed from the 75 milligram pills of Lyrica to 2 150s. And talk about cheap. It was $15. And I was like, thank you, Jesus, because I've had to use a coupon for the Lyrica, and I've been having to do the mycophenolate not through my insurance, because with my insurance it was $200 a month. So I'm hoping that it works. If it does work, then I'll bump up in 2 weeks to 150 milligrams one time a day. And yeah, so I'm hoping that helps. So that's what we did with her. She did say that she thinks my weight gain is from the Lyrica. Lyrica can cause weight gain. And I'm like, oh, great. Nice to know. But the issue is that I can't stop the Lyrica, and she doesn't want me to be on Grillis or gabapentin because it causes the myasthenia to be worse. So it's like, you know, trying to find this balance between what we're treating and what's causing more harm than good. So yeah, I go see her nurse practitioner in 3 months, and then I see her in 5 months. So if this azathioprine or whatever works, then hopefully I'll be good to go. She did say it'll take, 4 to 5 months before it starts having an effect. And it'll be a couple of months while I still have the mycophenolate in my system. So that's what she said. She's testing a bunch of stuff. Apparently I'm starting to develop a little bit of neuropathy. She's not sure if it's neuropathy from my diabetes, because I'm diabetic, or if it's neuropathy caused by something else. So once we get all that blood work, then I'll know for sure if it's diabetic neuropathy, or if it's, maybe I have a gluten intolerance. She tested a whole bunch of things. So it's not something that I've noticed, and it's just something that she barely noticed when she was doing a safety pin prick. Test. So I don't think she said it's not anything that we need to be concerned about right now, but she's just running some tests. So that appointment, I scheduled that appointment for like at 10, and then I didn't schedule I couldn't schedule the pain management until 2, and they're in the same building at UT Southwestern. So we sat around until 2 o'clock, and I saw the pain management doctor, and she was like, and I haven't had my MRIs yet, which was another pain in the ass. I swear that doctor's office, I don't want to go back. I need to call and make an appointment to follow up, but I sure as hell don't want to. So anyway, I don't go until tomorrow. So she's like, let's see you in 2 months. But I asked my doctor, my neurosurgeon, my neurologist, Jesus, Mary, and Josephine. I asked my neurologist to refer me to a neurosurgeon. So it just so happened that the pain management doctor is in the same spine clinic as the neurosurgeon. So I was able to schedule those 2 appointments at the same time. Unfortunately, I can't get in to see their neurosurgeon until the end of June. Apparently he's had surgery and he's only in 1 day a week, and that's who she referred me to. So I want to see who she's referred me to other than seeking somebody else out. And by then I will have the images, and they already have the 2017 images, so they'll have the 2019 to see the difference. So that's that. I go back and see the UT Southwestern pain management doctor the end of June too, or in July at some point. I see the other pain management doctor that gave me the ointment for my neck. I see him this Friday. So tomorrow I get my MRI. Wednesday I have therapy. Friday I go to the pain management doctor. I see my endocrinologist in the next 2 weeks. So it's just been a lot of doctor's appointments, and it's been really, really stressful, especially because I've mentioned to you guys that this is busy season for Rob. So being sure that he can get time off has been stressful too. I talked to the pain management doctor, and I talked to somebody else. I was like, what about seeing a chiropractor? And she was like, absolutely not. She's like, my husband's a chiropractor. She's like, but I don't think you need to see one. She's like, it would be too easy to do irreparable damage. So yeah. I'm struggling really badly. Not only because of the new pain in my lower back and my leg, but just dealing with so many different personalities and dealing with people and trying to advocate for, be an advocate for myself and making sure that I'm getting the level of care that I deserve. And that's, the pain management doctor, I told her everything that had happened with that PA that was so fat biased. And she was like, that actually happened to you? And I was like, yeah. I was like, it's not the first time. And I told her about a time I stayed in a hospital and I finally had to get on to a nurse and be like, stop treating me like I'm stupid just because I'm fat. I have a fucking master's degree. I'm not an idiot. So it's been really, really difficult. And I'm getting really, really tired. Just emotionally and physically, I'm just drained. It just drains the hell out of me. So, my neurologist wanted to increase the mycophenolate because she's like, are you free of symptoms? And I was like, no, I'm not free of symptoms. I'm like, if anything, I feel like it's gotten worse. But at the same time, like I told her, I was like, I don't know what is neck pain, like what if my neck is causing the weakness and what is the myasthenia? There's no way for me to decipher those. So that's been a bit of an issue. She wasn't able to get reflexes out of my legs, and she had a hard time out of my arms, which I have no idea what that means. I'm just letting it go. I'm just not even going to worry about it. I'm just trying to let it go. So hold on, I need a drink. So as far as going forward, I don't know. I just feel like it takes too long to get in to see a doctor. That's for damn sure. And I feel like I really won't know anything until, after July. So I've got a whole 6 weeks, 7 weeks before I really can make an informed decision about what we're going to do about the issues in my neck and my back. So, the pain management doctor did put me on Topamax. Apparently it is for nerve pain. It's also used to treat migraines, but she said that it works as a weight loss drug as well. So hopefully, I'll get some more relief from the nerve pain and have the side effect of helping me counteract the Lyrica and the insulin. So, yeah, that's been irritating. So, I was weighed when I went to the neurologist, and I am up, I was 388, I think, fully clothed on their scale. So I am up, which I knew I would be. As far as the LASIK, I'm still taking it. My feet and my legs are not as swollen as they were. Basically, my feet are almost back to normal, but my joints are not. You can see I'm not able to get my rings on. Even my even my size 9 rings don't fit comfortably. Every morning when I wake up, it's a struggle for me to even, make a fist. Like it's 1:30 and I can barely get these fingers to close, the way that you think they would be. So, it's just been a struggle. And I think more than anything, it's affecting my mental health. And I don't want to end up in the same place that I was this time last year. So I'm really, really fighting, really fighting as hard as I can to just push through and keep going and just keep fighting and just know that, the alternative is, my goal for 2019 is not to die. So if I could keep myself alive and keep going, then hopefully, you know, things will simmer down and things will be okay. So, yeah, as far as keto, I stopped counting macros because it became an obsession. Anybody that has suffered from disordered eating in their life can probably relate that, you know, when you give someone a calorie count or something like that, it can lead to even bigger problems. And that's why I've been doing basically carnivore. I just feel better when I eat meat and cheese and leave everything else alone. So I honestly don't know if I'm gonna go back to counting macros. I don't know. I honestly don't know. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm kind of in limbo about what I really want to do. Again, I just don't feel like I'm in the mindset of, you know, counting macros and weighing everything, because I have a feeling it'll be too much. It'll be too extreme, or I will just say, fuck it, and I'll just stop and start binging again. And that's not what I want to do. So I'm going to continue the month of May of not weighing in. I'm going to continue, you know, carnivore as best as I can. I did find those Joseph's. A couple of people have mentioned those. Those are carby. Those are way carby. They're big though, so I'm gonna try those and see if I like them. And a lot of people are like, just have a talk. I mean, guys, I've been doing keto for 2 years. I've been doing low carb for probably 15 years. How long have I been diabetic? 13 years. So I've been doing some sort of low carb at some point for 13 years. So yes, I know all the tips and tricks and all of that. I do. But there comes a point in time where you kind of get tired of that and you want something a little different. So a couple of weeks ago, it might have been a month ago now, I was craving flour tortillas. I wanted a soft taco from Taco Bueno, so I had Rob get me the low carb mission ones. Initially, they didn't bother me. The next time I had them, my blood sugar went all kinds of wonky. So it's not something that I'm gonna eat again. So it's not like it's something that's in my diet consistently. It's just a once in a every while kind of food. Kind of like, I completely lost my train of thought right in the middle of that. Doesn't matter. So yeah, so if you're looking for weight loss results, there's not any here right now, but I do, like I said, once I get everything figured out, and if I can just make it through tomorrow, like that's where most of my stress is tomorrow. And I've been dealing with white coat syndrome. When I went to the doctor, my blood pressure was 167 over 82. It's never that high on top. I mean, my blood sugar is normally like 104. What was it when I went and saw the doctor in the afternoon? I don't have it here, but it's normally like in the low 100s. So I've just been really stressed about all this shit. And of course that's probably causing cortisol, and of course that's causing me to gain weight and blah, 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 blah. So yeah. But other than that, I'm trying to do okay. So I did see all of your questions about myasthenia, and many of you mentioned that you think you may have it. I'm going to do a dedicated video. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. I want to do a dedicated video because I don't want it to get lost in one of these update videos and we're searching for information. I'm going to explain everything, the onset of symptoms, all the testing I went through, you know, who I saw, those kinds of things. So we'll talk about that. So if you have any questions, leave those down below. I am also going to start my Spoonie series. So if you have any questions there, make sure you leave those down below. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing fine. I can't believe it's the 20th of May. This month is going by so fast, but yeah, so I appreciate your support. I will try to post I may post again on Friday after I talk to the pain doctor again and after he's seen the MRI to see what's going on. But yeah, I'm just going to keep on keeping on. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Have a great week. If you're in Oklahoma and North Texas, be safe. Looks like it's going to be a bad tornado day. And I love you and I need you to be around. So have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.